Hi guys, today I'm gonna watch a video of Trump Akos claiming that he is the reason why TikTok is back. As many of you already know, yesterday TikTok went dark in the US for anyone who's living in the US, such as myself. I think it was around for 14, 15 hours, and then around so early today in the morning to the afternoon. TikTok came back, and now Trump is, of course, taking full credit for it. But let's not forget that back in 2020, Trump tried to get rid of TikTok through executive order. I'll go over two links, one from the Wikipedia and one from the White House back in 2020, about how Trump did this so people can be educated that Trump does not care about you at all. He only cares about himself, what can help him win, make himself look good in the future and for the GOP in the long term. This is not for the benefit of the American people. Keep that in mind. But I'm gonna watch this video really quick from Trump, have an idea how he's gonna react because it's Trump, and just him talking about his proposed deal with TikTok, which is probably gonna be the 90-day extension for TikTok to be bought by some American billionaire, most likely. Because let's be honest, Trump is not just going to do something to convince Congress to pass a law for him to sign to pass a bill, legislation for him to sign to law that will allow him to basically unban TikTok, make it illegal again. Unlikely. Most likely, what he's going to do is make an deal to maybe own either completely TikTok by either himself, or someone else buy it off and fully own it, or maybe own part of TikTok, specifically in the areas where it attracts a American audience. So maybe he wants to own 10% or so, whatever revenue that TikTok has that they make out of the United States. Maybe we try to own at least part of that. We'll find a way for some billionaire to own that. But let me watch this video really quick and see how he's gonna react to it. This is from the CNN.com website. Let me just check video settings. I think it's fine, though it is. Let's go.
TikTok is back. So, I did a little TikTok thing. We have a guy, TikTok Jack. He's a young kid, like 21 years old. And we hired this guy, and I went on TikTok. Can you believe what I'll do to win an election? And we went on TikTok, and Republicans have never won the young vote, the youth vote. They win a lot of votes, but they never won the youth vote. We won the youth vote by 30.
Trump is always talking a certain way that he loves to claim everything as a fact. It's just funny how he always talks, the way he says China and the way he just talks about things as if it's always the truth. It's just kind of funny. And it's interesting someone with a MAGA hat there and some people really he just I guess just supporting him. But just one person still with the MAGA help. Nope. I think there's a second person right here. I don't think that's Musk. Probably not. I don't think it's Elon Musk, but I can't really see the person right behind Trump here. Let's see what else he says.
36 points. So I like TikTok. I like it. I like it. I had a slightly good experience, wouldn't you say? Romney lost it by 40 points. Not so long ago, we won it by 36 points. That's a very big spread. But I said we need to save TikTok because we're talking about a tremendous. Who in this audience goes with TikTok? Many? Yeah, very popular. And frankly, we have no choice. We have to save it. A lot of jobs. We don't want to give our business to China. We don't want to give our business to other people. And I said, TikTok without my approval, meaning the president's approval, because Congress gave the president.
So yeah, this person just want to say that the person behind is not Musk. But yeah, this is just another way for Trump to get full credit for this. Even though back in 2020 he tried to get rid of TikTok via executive order, which I will show those two links about it. So once the video is done.
The right to make a deal, do whatever he wants. And they did that a long time ago when they had a different president. They didn't know that I was going to be the president, I guess. So I said very simply, a joint venture. So if TikTok is worth nothing,
It's always
zero,
doing this
without
hand
an
thing.
approve, if you don't approve,
How is
they're out of
this?
business, they're worth nothing. If you do approve, they're worth like $1 trillion. They're worth some crazy number. So I said, I'll approve, but let the United States of America own 50% of TikTok. I'm approving on behalf of the United States. So they'll
Yeah,
have a
right.
partner, the United States, and they'll have a lot of bidders, and the United States will do what we call a joint venture. And there's no risk. We're not putting up any money. All we're doing is giving them the approval, without which they don't have anything. So I don't know. It sounds like that works. What do you think? Good?
Yeah, it just sounds like they try to own as much as they can of TikTok, but we'll see how what will happen.
So whether you like TikTok or not, we're going to make a lot of money.
I want to turn to TikTok, which is awesome.
All right, so that was a video relating to Trump.
And as of today,
So of course Trump is just acting like he's saving TikTok. The whole point of this is so they can own a huge market of a social media platform that is doing extremely well. Arguably probably better than YouTube and Twitch, among other platforms. So they obviously want to own it. I don't know, and if I had to say what I think, I would say that I doubt that the owners of TikTok really want to sell any percentage of it to the US. That probably would be more of a loss to them, depending the amount they want to sell to them. It's a huge risk. Last time I checked, US was around 10% or so of their revenue. Could be a lot more now, I'm not sure. But I don't think they want to sell half of the company. I could see maybe 10, 20% possibly, potentially, to keep the mark in the US. But more than that, I'm not sure. But let's check out the links I was talking about earlier. So one of them is a link from August 6, 2020. This is straight from the archives of the White House. This was when Trump was still the president at the time. And over here, it just talks about executive order addressing the so-called threat posed by TikTok. So that's why back in 2020, basically this whole article here, let's read the whole article all the way to down to the page that would Donald J. Trump, as he was the president during that time, right? This whole article is talking about how Trump was trying to ban TikTok via executive order. However, the company TikTok went through lawsuit, as I will show you here on the Wikipedia page, Donald Trump TikTok controversy. You can check the references on Wikipedia, especially when they have the little citations next to it as in numbers, so you can check on that. The references in Wikipedia can be pretty good. That's how you can use it for papers also and stuff. You don't cite Wikipedia directly. You can review the citations, the references they have that they cited, and see if they actually are useful and are actually properly review or legitimate sources, like actual real legitimate companies like newspaper companies or online companies or government websites, things like that. That's how you use Wikipedia properly. Um, in this case, it's just talking about the whole Donald Trump TikTok controversy, and there was a lawsuit that they went through that the company went against Trump administration back in 2020, specifically around August 24, 2020, as you can see right here. And TikTok was arguing that this was motivated by Trump's effort to, of course, boost his reelection, which definitely was to help him be reelected again, and among other things. Eventually, TikTok won their lawsuit, and Trump administration lost. That's why TikTok was not banned in 2020 due to that. He basically lost at that point. And then if you read the backgrounds and be a deeper background about the situation, here's a more of a background about Trump. administration about the executive order to ban TikTok. You can read more yourselves here. All these links, the CNN link, the Wikipedia, and the executive order link from straight from the archives of White House during President Trump's uh, time in the office back in 2020. So that's when he was the president at that time. Uh, I'll put that in the description so you guys can read all the information in more detail. So you can also rewatch the video that I watched, but also read in detail the Wikipedia page about this controversy between Trump and TikTok back in 2020 and his executive order from the archives of the White House when he was president at the time. So the information is all available. It's free. Anyone can read this information pretty easily. Unlikely that most people will. Most people are gonna be a bit ignorant. They like Trump and that's it. They don't need to research his history, what he done in the past, and what he's really aimed to do now, what he really wants, which is nothing for the American people. He Ukraine's for to keep jobs, but it's not. He doesn't give two craps about the regular Joes in the U.S. But as we scroll down here, you can see the legal case in response to attempted ban. So this is just more details about the whole situation. You can keep reading it to yourself. Biden administration also came in. You already know what Biden administration wanted to do. And as you can read right here on the bottom also, in April 2024, when Biden, again, President Biden at the time, when Biden was the president, and it won't be by tomorrow, it's already done, but as he was the president at that time, he did sign Public Law 118-50, which was a bipartisan bill whose components include the 21st Century Peace Through Strength Act, which itself included, in addition to U.S. aid to Ukraine, Israel, and Gaza, the Protection Americans from Foreign Adversary Control Applications Act, effectively banning TikTok in the U.S. by 2025, unless sold from its parent company. So this whole paragraph is very important. This is what happened in 2024. The whole situation with Congress passing the bill, and the whole bill is just to ban TikTok because unless TikTok literally sells it to the U.S. or to some American billionaire, nobody can use in the U.S. Correct? That's the whole point. Your Supreme Court also upheld the law, and now with Trump, probably just try to extend it to see if the U.S. can own any portion of TikTok. So this is gonna be in the description on my YouTube video, so you guys can read this more thoroughly. But obviously, to just give an idea what Biden did in Congress, this is the last, literally the last paragraph of this page. You have the references that you can also double check. A lot of it is pretty good. That's how you know if the Wikipedia page is useful or not. Check the references, and if you ever want to use that in future papers, you use the references. You don't cite Wikipedia directly. But that's a different video I can make for any current student. Uh, but that's basically it for information about TikTok. Not really surprised that Trump did this. Let me know what you guys think about the situation, how you feel about Trump taking this full credit, acting like he always care about TikTok and people who had jobs due to TikTok and will make money out of TikTok in a comment section. If you guys watching this in TikTok and not YouTube, same thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and let me know if what you think it will happen in the next few months. I'm thinking that it most likely TikTok will not sell any of its company to the US, and if they do, it will probably not be 50% like Trump wants. Preferably rather 100%. It might be a much small percentage, if at all, but we'll see what happens next 3 months. Maybe they can give a bigger amount, maybe something the $100 billion plus, something that TikTok feel like is worth selling half of the company or more. We will see. But that's really it for tonight, guys. We'll see you all probably tomorrow. Have a good night.